Okay, the first item on the agenda tonight is the rezone application, land use amendment for Eddie Wells, Emily Watkins, and Buckskin Livestock. That's down around 650 South and, or between 650 South and 824 South. And we have a couple representatives from Buckskin with us here tonight, so which one of you? Jay, do you want to say anything first?
No, basically tonight's discussion is just an update from the applicants. They have some new information they'd like to share with you and like to pass that out at this time.
Okay, so Doug?
Thank you. Yeah, just for a minute.
Just so everybody else knows who you are, Doug Young?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got the recorder on?
It's on.
Okay. Yeah, my name is Doug Young, and Buckskin Land and Livestock. I'm here to represent Buckskin Land and Livestock. This is Horseshoe. But it's great seeing everybody out tonight. What we did is we put together an information packet on the project where we've had economic analysis done, and also we have had different reports done. I have one we can hand out to everyone in the Planning Commission and the City Council. So there were some questions.
We have two more for the two that are missing.
Yeah, and
We'll get them.
when they come, they'll be here.
Okay, thank you.
But there's been some questions arise as we've gone to the public meetings and public hearings. One of the things that's been an issue is lot size, and how small should the lots be, what should be the level of the smallest lots, and the various size of lots. And so, in the booklet, as you open it up right in the front, it'll show different lot sizes, showing them from 4,000 to 7,500 square foot lots on that front sheet. And then as you go back in, this is the letter from the school district who we met with again today, and they're very excited about this location for a new elementary school. And we will have one of their representatives here at the City Council meeting next week on the 10th. And then we've had a couple of studies done. One of them was a demographic study of Willard City, and the other was a study done by Lewis and Young on the cost and to the city for smaller lots versus larger lots. And so you'll be able to see some comparisons and some information there. And then on the other side of the brochure here is a packet that talks about the management team that manages the HOA and how this community functions with having the yards maintained and the open areas maintained and et cetera, and exactly how that's done. And it'll be very informative. There seem to be a lot of questions on that. Another question that had come up was, would rental units, because the reason that question comes up quite a bit is because since we have this real estate boom, a lot of investors came into the market and they bought up a lot of homes, and they're saying, geez, what am I going to do with these mortgages? Or if they own the homes, what am I going to do with this product, because we can't do anything with it, so they throw them on the market for lease. We have a no rent policy on the homes that are in this project that is not blood related. So if it's a family member, then they can rent, but we generally structure that with about a 12-month renewal that gets submitted to the board. And so that's how that's regulated. And other questions that have come up is lot size. And so what we've done here is we've tried to calculate to the city, and in that brochure it'll have an information line here where it talks about water impact fees, the total lot fees that will generate to the city if we did a baseline of 4,000 square foot lots. That's just 4 units to the acre. The city would net $3.8 million in fees. If you go to a 5,000, it drops to about 3.2. You go to a 6,000, it's 2.8, and At a 7,500, it's 2.2. And that's just fees and impact fees that come into the city. What that does is that widens the lots as you expand the lots, so it gives you various side yard capacities in there. And that gives you kind of an idea. When we met with the school district today, the superintendent and Ron Franson, they're excited about this specific location. They've already purchased a location to the south of here, and they've also purchased this. But this will be deed restricted, which requires them to build an elementary school on this property. And the questions come up, well, what happens if the school doesn't build there? Well, they're gonna build there, providing we put the type of housing around it that creates the population for the young people, the young families to attend school here. And it's in an ideal location for them. And as I mentioned before, somebody from the school district will be at the city council meeting on the 10th. We've also had conversations